This is a paid program. JJ Publicidad, EMR, and its owners and associates take no responsibility for the opinions or statements made by the talk show host or their guest.
Ang buhay, buhay, buhay sa Amerika. Mabubuhay ka sa Amerika kahit mahirap ka ha. Basta't kasama mo, kababayan mo, maligaya ka na dito sa Amerika. Sa Buhay Buhay sa Amerika.
Uy mga kababayan, kapuso at kapamilya, oras na para magsama-sama tayo para sa isang oras na kwentuhan na magbibigay ng aral at inspirasyon. Dito lang sa ating programang Buhay Buhay sa Amerika ni Rhea Luz.
Magandang umaga mga kababayan, this is Rhea Luz live at Entre Mujeres Radio for Buhay Buhay sa Amerika's first episode for 2023. I can't smile without you, and I'm so blessed to be surrounded by the three best dentists here in Arizona. Let me introduce my guests first, and my beautiful Tokayo, Miss Dr. Rhea Flores Tamayo, who always makes me laugh with our first hello when we talk on the phone. After having a private dental office since moving to Arizona from the East Coast, she decided to retire and sold her private practice, but her love for the veterans gave way for her to return to dentistry. She is now a wonderful dentist at the West Valley VA Clinic. Let's welcome my Tokayo, the beautiful Dr. Rhea Flores Tamayo.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Rhea Luz. Good morning, Luan. And good morning, Pam. My beautiful colleagues right here with us. And I'm so excited that finally this happened. And thank you so much, Rhea Luz, for inviting us over. And magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat.
Thank you, Dr. Rhea. And my next beautiful guest, who should know in Arizona? More attendees in their factions. Let's welcome our beautiful and our respectable Dr. Pamela Sandico Zapanta.
Thank you, Rhea, for inviting me here again.
Of course,
and
Doc.
I'm very happy to join with my two colleagues and friends.
Yes.
I want to say, everyone, to the viewers, good morning. And I think the Philippines also morning.
Yes, it's morning, early morning now in the
Early
Philippines.
morning,
And
so-
I wanted to thank you, Dr. Pam, for flying over despite your on vacation just to be here. All the way from Colorado. She makes sure she came.
I make sure that I'm
on
here
this-
the day before.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Doc. Also for being our part of Buhay Buhay sa Amerika. You were one of our
Committee member.
third episode of Buhay Buhay sa Amerika, and from then on, Dr. Pam continues to support Buhay Buhay sa Amerika. That's why we're on our sixth year this
Congratulations.
2023. And of course, one of my best dentists in town, my dentist herself, and she has a dental office in Chandler, Arizona, LoanDowDentistry.com. She's not a Filipino by birth. In fact, she's Vietnamese, but she was captured. Her heart was captured by the most handsome and the tallest Filipino judge in Arizona, Judge Roger Morales. And she has the most amazing children in raising amazing children. And not only she cares for everyone's smile, but she's a wonderful philanthropist, a community advocate, and of course, the great dentist that will keep your smile forever, Dr. Lowendow.
Thank you, Rhea. And I just feel so blessed and so honor to be an honorary Filipina. I feel like I'm more Filipino than Vietnamese sometimes.
You really love Filipinos.
I do.
Yes.
I love Filipino culture, Filipino food. I cook a lot of Filipino food. I love it.
You do?
Yes.
So much I marry one.
That's why she's loved by her in-laws.
Oh my God.
Which is, we should greet her in-laws. That's the
I love
handsome,
my dad.
yeah, very handsome.
Oh, he's really tall.
Judge
Oh, he's tall.
Roger Morales.
Tall, yeah.
Yeah, I met him, but I didn't realize he's that tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They say, what did they say? 6-footer, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
6 foot.
6'3".
That-
6'3".
Get closer to the mic so we can hear and see your beautiful smile even better. Thank you so much, Dr. Londao. Beautiful. Looking at you in the monitor, I can see all our guests are already smile. Our audience must be smiling just seeing us smile. So before we drill on the questionnaires about dentistry and about drill about oral hygiene and dental hygiene or dental health, may I ask, what made you decide to choose dentistry as a profession? Let's start with Dr. Ria.
Oh, okay. With me, it wasn't actually my first choice. It was my dad's. So in the Philippines, when your parents, especially your father, would say, "Be this, be that," you need to be that.
Typical
So
Asian.
it's actually him, but I thank him so much for doing it because I don't know where I'll be if not being a dentist, and I really, really, really love the profession. So it made me to who I am, and I'm so happy. I'm proud to be a dentist, and yeah.
And definitely, you're also graduated your dentistry here in the U.S., right, Doc?
Yes, I graduated in the Philippines from UERM, and then when I moved here, I went to NYU to continue it because you can't, in the East Coast, you cannot practice without going back to school. So in California, you may without, but I want to go back to school and learn more and see how it is in America. So,
Wow.
and I think one of the things that, this is my experience, okay? People would always ask, where did you graduate? And I would say that, yeah, I graduated from NYU. I would proudly say that. So, yes.
Oh, definitely. We are very proud of you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
And I think Dr. Pam, she's also from New York.
No, I graduated at the University of the Philippines.
Yes.
And then when I took the board. I went to UCLA,
Yes.
just for a few months.
Oh,
And I
UCLA
intend to
too.
UCLA, and I intend to really go back to a DDS program, but actually my love is pediodontist, which is pediatric dentist, and I got accepted at NYU. But at that time I had Michael, who is 13 months old.
yeah.
So my mother told me, you have to choose either career or
family.
family. So I chose family.
Yeah, that's the one I remember about you being.
Because
part
I was
of
an
New York.
awardee of
Yes.
the UP, one of the,
Yes.
one of the undergraduate student
Yes.
by the American Society of Pedo. But anyway, I chose dentistry is because of I was inspired by our family dentist in Pampanga. His name is Dr. Arcadio de Guzman, and the same token, I can mention with her permission, the daughter of Dr. Villamore, Debbie and Nelson Villamore. They've been my patients for a while.
Yeah.
And Mimi, who's his daughter, is a dentist.
Yes.
So one time I asked her why she chose dentistry. Immediately she said, me.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah, so it's the same token because that's how I got inspired to become a dentist. It's through through our family dentist. And now this one, she's my patient. She was my patient since high school. Xavier.
Well, great job, Doc.
At one time I asked her why you chose dentistry. I was so surprised when she said immediately said me.
See, now you
Gratifying,
influence. Not
really.
only you're a
Really.
great dentist, but you you're influence young people, and that's what we wanted to do on the
Yeah, I
show.
was really
And
surprised.
if I may add, Mimi, who's now a dentist, when I was pregnant with my second child, I needed a dentist to cover the office. I don't
And
know
she
how
did it.
I don't know how we met. I don't know how we found each other, But she covered for me. I never ever met her. I don't know her. You know where I
might
finally
have
met her?
recommended her.
Might have been. But you know where I finally met her? Buhay Buhay Sa Amerika.
Oh, wow.
On
See?
our
Full
on our
circle.
first
50 years couple.
yes,
Well,
yes.
Thank you
Wow.
for that
Yeah.
plugging and
Yeah.
bringing the background. So
That's
it's
really-
like coming in full circle because now 2019 when I first met Dr. Londao and I invited her for the I Can't Smile Without You episode for dental health. So Dr. Londao, finally you could come to Buhay Buhay Sa Amerika.
Yes, thank you
And
for
tell us
inviting
what
me.
made you decide on being a dentist.
Well, I've always been really good with my hands. I do calligraphy. I have beautiful handwriting, and so I want to do something with my hands. And,
Yeah.
and I want to go into science. I didn't want to go to medical school for a long
Yeah.
time. I figure it's more like family oriented. You can make your own schedule.
Yes, yes.
As a woman, it's harder for us to be mom, career, and all of that. So dentistry really afford me the time to be the kind of mom and wife I want to be, and still be able to focus on my career.
Yes. And that is encouraging to others who are also thinking of what's the next profession I should be or what profession I should do when I grow up. So
Definitely.
thank you so much for being an inspiration, and all of these amazing dentists are actually been my dentists and my family have been using, and they've been taken care of by these amazing doctors. So, Doc, do you have any other question to them?
Oh, okay. So, being a dentist for many years, why is dental health the very important aspect of our total well-being?
Can I start? The Surgeon General said you cannot have overall health without good dental health.
That's true.
It's totally true. I mean, it's the sentinels of your body. Your teeth are the sentinels of your body, and there are so many instances. There are 600,000 people in America every year that die of cardiovascular, like heart attacks. 300,000 of that is dentally related.
Yeah.
And it's you can get an infection in the mouth. It's consistently every day, 24 hours a day for months, for years, and not have any pain at all. And then you have a heart attack, and it was because all that pus moving throughout your whole body, and you didn't know it.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's-
it's the mouth is the overall window of our entire health, you know, and I think it's whatever illness in our body, it first shows in our mouth.
Correct.
I have a patient who had constant ulcerative, like canker sore. Then unknowingly it's the early signs of Hodgkin lymphoma. Yeah, so it's really important to have
Dental.
once you have those manifestation in the mouth, you have to see an MD if it's
Yeah.
not healed after 1 month. You know,
Yeah.
it's really important.
That's
So,
very good
yeah.
reminder. See, that's important. How important is brushing teeth and seeing your dentist.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
Dr. Ria, what's
Yeah.
your
Actually, even when the regular x-rays, there is one thing that we call panoramic x-rays that you really can find something like the clot, and it'll show there. It's quiet, but it's there. And then there was also one time that, like Pam said, I had a patient. She had I think it was just a lesion. It looks very innocent. But you know the gut feeling, because she said she always sees a dentist. She said that, and I think that was my second time that I saw her, and I saw it again. I was like, I think I would like to send you to an oral surgeon and have a biopsy taken. And sure enough, it was cancerous. So the daughter came to me and she was very thankful because she doesn't know how it happened when her mother always goes for a regular checkup.
Yeah.
So just like what Dr. Pam said and Dr. Luan, if just make it a point that if you see something in your mouth, if you feel something, just go to the dentist, ask, or to your, sometimes when they go to the medical doctor will always say also, they point to us. But the main thing here that I would like to say is it's always very good to have a relationship with their care providers, because that's where it all starts. Like, do not ignore, or especially us. I think that's how it's happening. Like,
We only
people
go
don't
by
think
this.
that the mouth is part of the body.
Yeah, they
It's
don't.
in your head, it's
Yeah.
in your neck. I mean, you know, it's the first thing, it's the window of your soul, I would say. The eyes too, but then you know, if something's wrong there, little things even, don't take it for granted.
Very true.
Yeah.
And especially, it makes your mouth is not only the beginning of your
Yes.
overall health, but also the beginning of your wealth.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
I'm sure Dr. Lomdao can testify on that one. She's a very wealthy one.
I think it's really
Dental
wealth.
wealth?
Yeah, dental
I
health.
think wealth, it builds confidence.
Yes.
Because if you have a missing
Yeah.
tooth here,
Oh my, yes.
you know, you're not, you know, you might not even get a job.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's
As
my
well.
point. That's my point.
Yeah.
Well, there's programs out there like DES as a program. I'm familiar with it because for patients who are, or for individuals who are missing teeth because of, you know, like drugs or whatever, they have a program where if you want to go back to work, they will
Help
pay
you.
for your dental work.
What is this guy?
It's through DES.
But
DES?
Dr.
Yes.
Luan, just
Wow.
yeah,
DES means Department of Economic Security
Yes.
in
but
Arizona.
that is in Arizona, but
Yeah.
we don't know in other places. But I'm sure in other states they have it. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I don't.
Well,
I'm not sure.
I'm glad that Arizona provides that because that's very important. And I mentioned that it's also the beginning of wealth because
Yeah.
it gives you confidence. It gives you the ability to speak and the ability to continue to make money.
And I would say it's really a wealth because dental treatment is very expensive. It's very expensive. A regular 6-month recall visits will save you so much. It can tell you have gum disease, that you have cavities before you end up getting the root canals and then the crowns and then the implants and then holy cow.
Yes.
So
That's one reason why people are scared to go to the dentist.
But if you think it like this, it's not as let's say your dental health is so poor that it causes your cardiovascular, you know, disease or high blood pressure. The crown and the bridges are a lot cheaper than 2 days in
yes.
in the hospital.
That's
yes,
true.
Yes. And I was just like teeth has a life.
Yes.
It's alive.
Yes.
It's part of it. Is a nerve. I mean,
Yeah.
it's part of us. So yeah, it's just like our heart. But of course, the heart is the main organ of our body. But then
It's breathing.
really?
No, the sound. Javier is giving us the sound of the breathing teeth. Oh, the
breathing teeth.
The
Oh, the
drilling.
drill.
The drill.
That's the drill.
So before we get the drill, we have to take care of our teeth, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But the good thing about the drill now is it's not as bad as before.
That's
In the olden days, the drills you smell the burning of your
Yeah.
teeth, but now just
I think
Dr.
because
Loman and Pam
I think in
can.
the olden days there's no water, right?
There's no water.
Yeah, you
I
have
think it's
to
the
drink-
water, and they don't even give anesthesia.
Oh Lord.
No, they do.
Maybe in the Philippines.
I'll tell you, when I was growing up, we were so scared of going to the dentist because in my hometown, there's only one dentist in the whole hometown. Wow. And the only time you see the dentist is when you have to extract your tooth.
Oh no.
And so that's how scary it is to see a dentist. And
Yeah.
that's why, but here in America, we're so glad that the fluoridation is provided at a young age. So tell us more how we can be able to protect this teeth, since we're talking about how important it is. So, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
What's the question?
How can we protect our teeth? What are the things that we need to do to protect this wealth in our mouth?
Oh, I think you started as a kid.
Yeah.
As even as early as 2 years old.
Uh-huh.
You know, and there's a lot like sealants. You know, the bits you cover the grooves in to prevent. Then diet, of course, and education. I think you have to educate. I think that's the most important to me. I think because when you educate young adult or even kids
Yes.
with visual aids, I think it helps.
Yeah.
And the more compliance.
I would add to that, Doc. It's very true that when you educate especially the young kids on the value of protecting their teeth, because I myself I had problem when I was growing up because you're scared to see the dentist, and our area has very less fluoride in our water. So if we only know how valuable this
Yes.
teeth, I would probably have a better teeth and will take care of my teeth when I
It's
was
through
young.
education,
Yeah.
yeah. Even when we go to medical mission, dental mission, I think we emphasize on education on these kids. Yeah.
So how about you, Doc?
I think
Dr.
the
Londau.
best medicine is teaching not to take the medicine, like prevention.
Yeah.
And going back to the fluoride, my concern nowadays is that there's bottled water that everybody reaches for the bottled water. Nobody drinks from the tap water anymore. There's like soda. There's so many. Like I see kids drinking Monster, Red Bull, and those are the worst. The worst. Besides soda, and I mean, when I clean if I see a ring around the toilet, what do I put in? I don't know if you guys know that.
Coke?
I put Coke, and it breaks down that. If it can break
That's how
down that,
acidic it is.
yeah, it can break down your teeth for the next 24 hours after you drink it.
Wow.
So much sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is very revealing to me that the
It doesn't have
bottled
fluoride.
water.
No, there's no
It doesn't have
fluoride.
fluoride.
So
And
bottled
then-
water is not a good.
So many anti-fluoride people out there too.
Yeah. And when you're anti-fluoride, you cannot push it on them
Yeah.
because some are holistic, they say, or something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I would say for me is just also from the parents that if they see what their parents do, they brush the teeth, they flossing.
Look at that.
Growing up, I wasn't really flossing. Well, I was flossing, but not as like right now. Like I'm a diehard
yeah.
flosser.
Yeah.
Like I'll floss morning, lunch, dinner. After dinner, I'll do it because I'm so scared to lose my teeth. It's like my God. And when I remember, because I was able to practice in the Philippines for a little bit. I worked at the government. It's called Quezon City Health Department, and we go to public schools and we apply fluoride on these children.
Oh.
And we got it. It was very effective. It was very effective, and we were able to educate them. We show it on the blackboard. In the Philippines, there's a blackboard there. I don't know how it is now, but there's a blackboard there where we show them what happens to the teeth, and we also have a little models there.
Education.
Yes. So
it's very important.
yes, and we provide, as far as I remember, toothbrush and toothpaste. But the problem is it followed up at home?
Yeah, and I would say thanks to going to the dentist nowadays, especially when I go to your dentist after the cleaning, we got a free toothbrush and a floss,
loot
which
bag.
is really good.
Goodie bag, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that goodie bag helps,
bag,
right,
yeah.
Doc?
Maybe
Yes,
one of the
yes.
incentive to
Yes,
come to the dentist.
yes.
That's basically how I changed my toothbrush. Oh, time to change.
Yeah, time to change. Time to go to the dentist, but toothbrush.
Yeah. So before with the show, we were talking about what's the best food to eat. I see Dr. Rhea has some banana right there. What are the best food that we should be eating to protect our teeth?
Dr. Luan, because
Yeah.
he's the health
Dr.
doc.
Londau.
I think with nutrition, anything that's good for your body is also good for your teeth.
Yeah.
The only I know the worst food to eat is, of course, the soda, the all those energy drinks.
Yeah.
It's just Mountain Dew. Oh my gosh, I have patients come in, and I don't just like. I don't want to treat or fill and crown. I want to know the root cause of why
that's what
why are your teeth breaking down, and I want to be that dentist for life. You know,
Yeah.
I have 3 generations of families that come to me, so I want to be their family dentist. So we get to the root cause. Why are your teeth breaking down? It's always, I drink too much soda. It's Mountain Dew. I have like 5 monsters a day because I
my
can't
gosh.
keep
Awake.
awake at work. And I'm like, yeah, because you drink so much. It's a vicious cycle.
That's what happened to their teeth.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Worse than
that's-
cocaine?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
I
Yeah.
think I can add that.
Yeah.
One of my patients who's been, good hygiene, everything, no cavities, everything. And she's high school. She was high school at that time. And 6 months after, she comes every 6 months, recall. After 6 months, I saw there's a lot of erosions, and I asked the kid or the mother, the diet. And she said she started drinking, what is
Red
that?
Bull?
The
No.
Monster?
5-hour energy
The one that's
drinks.
squeeze.
Oh,
Sky, is that juice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a
So,
yogurt thing. You know how the
It's-
kids are, they squeeze it
it's-
in their mouth.
yeah.
Yogurt.
Yeah.
Sugar.
It's a sugary drink.
Yeah,
She said
yeah.
instead of water, she's been drinking that. So I was thinking, so I told her in 6 months only.
That's how
she
amazing.
put her mouth into all this
Oh, wow.
acid.
Yeah.
You know,
Wow.
Amazing.
no more.
Yeah.
That's why it broke down the erosions.
Yeah. And it's hard. It's sad because it's
Just
irreversible.
in 6 months.
Once
Yeah,
enamel is gone, it's
yeah.
gone. I
That's
mean,
what they said, that teeth
Teeth doesn't heal.
they doesn't heal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I'm just glad that the awareness is there now. But some people, they're still not aware until they are not in pain, until they are not wearing dentures. So once they start wearing dentures, they'll
Then
say
it's
to
too
their
late.
kids, brush your teeth because look at me. And
Yes.
sometimes when
Yes.
I was in private
Yes.
practice, I would say that. I was like, do you have a grandma? Do you have a... Not that I'm saying that their grandmas and grandpas are wearing something, but have you seen those teeth that, and they'll add it from, it's gonna come from their mouth. They'll say, is it the one in the glass? It's like, yes,
smiling
that.
at you.
Yes, that. So if you don't take care of your teeth, then you're gonna end up like that. And like Dr. Lowen said, she's doing 3 generations of as patients, and I experienced that. I didn't know that can happen.
Yeah.
Because in the Philippines, my dentist said, oh, when you're in your practice, you'll see your patients from grade school, they become college, they
Having
that's
kids.
true.
Yeah.
That's good. We're getting old.
Yeah.
And I
Don't
was
date
like,
us.
oh my gosh, it's real.
Yeah.
But you can see that you are effective because through the
You
generations,
see their teeth.
you see their teeth
Yeah.
beautiful.
Great job.
So,
Great
yeah.
job, doc. Yeah. So you are the one who will keep us smiling. And you mentioned earlier about diabetes and our heart illness, smoking. How does, especially smoking, who can talk about this issue?
Well, diabetes and oral health is very directional. So if your oral health is good, your diabetes is good. If your oral health is bad, your diabetes will be bad. So
Especially for people with diabetes, they really need to take care of their oral health.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I have a very interesting story about smoking. Because for me, my passion really is smoking cessation. So many, I'm not trying, not stereotyping, but a lot of the Asian men in the Asian community, they smoke. They're very lifelong smokers. And sometimes they come to me and it's like every 3-6 months we pull a tooth. Every 3-6 months we pull a tooth. But then I tell them like, you need to stop smoking because it affects your oral health. Because smoking is like the number one leading cause of tooth loss. But they're not, the dental IQ is not high because they came from Asia and there's no dental intelligence, not intelligence, but like education.
Education.
Yeah, education. So they think, that it's, what does smoking have to do with my teeth?
Yeah.
It's the first hit. I mean, smoking causes like, 60, 70 elements in your body, but not your teeth. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
So,
That's the first one that gets
yes,
hit.
that's the
That's
first
true.
hit. So I had a patient. I saw him 6 years ago, and then I pulled out his teeth because of smoking. He
Yeah.
lost all his teeth. Gave him dentures. 6 years later, recently, he walked in and he's like, "Well, can I get implants? Because these dentures are loose." First thing I asked him, "Are you a smoker?" Because
Yeah.
smoking
It's one of
is
the-
is contraindicated for implants. It's not
Yes.
gonna heal. It's not gonna grow bone.
Yeah.
So he's like, what happened is, my boss said, if I quit smoking, he's gonna quit selling cigarettes. And his boss is Ming at Lily. And I'm like, it's unbelievable. He stopped.
Smoking is just a bad habit.
No, he stopped smoking. So I stopped. He said, I stopped smoking, and my boss stopped selling cigarettes. I didn't believe him. So like I ran during lunchtime. I ran over there, and I'm like, Ming, are you selling cigarettes? Can I buy some? I'm like, I no longer sell cigarettes, and I'm like, oh my God, that is so amazing.
Yeah.
Like it just made my whole year. It
Oh
made me
my
so
God.
happy.
Yeah.
See, since this is about education,
Yes.
so this is going to make the whole year an education for everybody about dental health and making everybody smile this year.
Yeah.
Thanks to Dr.
Yes.
Luan.
I think I
Dr.
can add
Pam
on that, the
and Dr.
smoking.
Pam
I think
and
it's the
Dr. Ria.
nicotine. That's the one that, the culprit.
Yeah, it's a
It
carcinogen.
increases the blood sugar.
Yes.
And when you get, it can induce type 2 diabetes.
Type 2.
And of course, it can cause cancer.
Yes.
Yes.
And cardiovascular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that. So I think it's really, especially if you already have diabetes,
Yeah.
then it can ruin your gum, the bone inflammation, and then bone loss, which you have periodontitis or pyorrhea, and then eventually tooth loss. So it's really important to stop smoking. It's the
Yes.
nicotine there that's
Yeah.
doing it.
I'm glad that you mentioned just the nicotine,
Nicotine, yeah.
not just cocaine or the other street drugs, because that also, those patients who has been taking those street drugs, they are the worst.
Mess.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
teeth.
Even the
Yeah.
vaping now, there's
The
a
vape-
high.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a high
Yeah.
for young adult and even adult over
Yeah.
50 taking e-cigarettes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
E-cigarettes, but
So-
they don't think it's.
It affects the lungs.
Yes, there is. And also, I think we have to tell, and this I always say to the patient, that the oral disease is not just about decay. It's not just caries. It involves the bone, the gums, because when you'll find people with no caries but has no bone support, and yes, but you'll find it a lot of calculus and everything there. So people think that if they don't have cavities, they're healthy.
Oh.
They don't know that and because they're not flossing, they don't see the bleeding when they floss. So I always add it to them that whenever you brush, it's just not the cavity that we have to look at. We have to look at the gums, look in the mirror. If it's not coral pink, then it's not healthy. So what I do is I always have a hand mirror, and I'll always show them how it looks like. I'll show them if there's plaque. I'll show them what I get, how much I get, and then I think it's just more of education. And you guys are right. Education is the main thing, and they should start from kindergarten. I think it's fun to teach brushing. I remember when I was in grade school, when I was in kindergarten, we had toothbrush. We were after lunch in school, we brush our teeth.
Wow.
And then
Yeah,
yes,
that is a good
in
thing.
school.
Yeah.
I don't right. When I was little. I
Not
know.
in my school.
She came from a rich school, that's why.
No, when I was little, after
Came
the
it in the Philippines and you
no,
can
in the Philippines. Yeah, I was in
Not in the
nursery,
school.
kindergarten.
private school, doc. In
Yeah,
the
but-
Philippines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
then,
why.
and then we take a nap after we brush our teeth. So, yeah.
Your school started you very well.
Yeah.
And that's a really good foundation for a healthy teeth and a great smile. That's why Dr. Ria has
No,
this
that's how I
great
remember it.
smile. Yes.
So-
But a great job, Doc. Whichever school you came
I know.
Hello, classmates.
Yes.
Oh, we're having a reunion.
Yeah.
In February.
In fact, Dr. Ria is
Nice.
coming home in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
How many years of, I don't know.
Yeah.
I lost count.
High school
High school
reunion?
reunion.
Wow.
Yes, yes.
Oh, that's good.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful. And we were talking about last time I posted about this person who went out of their country to get dental
Care.
procedure, and something bad happened. So what can you tell about, especially here in America, we go out of the state or out of the country, go to other countries to get dental procedure. How dangerous is this?
Okay, okay. I think for me, it's not only like Mexico, but even Philippines. You know, I have patients go to the Philippines, Mexico and Philippines for a lower cost, and it's not because there's a lot of good dentists too. Philippines, Mexico, other countries.
Yes.
It's just that the difference between U.S. and other countries is we have. I think we have a society that is very, in my mind, in my opinion, litigious.
Litigious, yeah.
Litigious.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and
Yes.
the board is really for the public
yeah.
safety.
Yeah.
The dental board. So, dentists here in the States, I think they're more, they go beyond, they have to stay beyond above the standard of care.
Yes.
So, we try our best to, education, continuing education
Yes.
and all that. And we try our best to have a high quality practice because of this. If a patient goes to another dentist and then sees an open margin crown or whatever, and that is a cue to a malpractice, they report you to the dental board, and the
Yeah.
board really, even if it's not your fault or whatever, they really at your back, right?
Yeah.
Until to
Yes.
the end. So I think it's the difference here is getting dental here in the States. I think it's good because you're,
You're
you
assured of a-
practice
Yeah. I think I can best follow what you're saying, though, and they will make sure that you're taken
good,
care of if
yeah.
something happened, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The next day, like one time I'm talking about how I met Dr. Luan is one of my crown just fell off, and I call, hey, any dentist were helping me, and that's how she took care of me for the first time. And that's why if we do our dental
We're really
procedure in the
conscious.
state, we will be taken care of right
quality
away.
is number one,
Yes.
and the material that we use.
Yeah.
We make
Yes.
sure we don't use lead.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
our crown, which in
Yeah.
other countries they have lead
Yeah.
in their
Yes.
crowns. So I think it's safe if it's expensive, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
I also I see patients, they go to like Asia, Vietnam. I have a lot of Vietnamese patients, and they so they get implants in Vietnam, thinking when they place the implant over there, thinking over here we can do a R on 4.
Restore.
But implants are like a lock and key. They have their own system, so we can't. I'm like, I don't know what system they use.
Yeah,
How am I gonna? What kind of tool? I have no idea. I
Yeah.
can't touch
Yeah,
that person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then something goes wrong with the implant. What are they going to do? Fly back to Vietnam? It's hard.
they're-
It's not just the like, let's say somebody's doing a worse job than over here. Is accessibility.
Yeah.
Are you able to see that dentist that placed that implant, placed that crown within the next day because your mouth is swollen?
Yeah.
That's true. And So even if you're trying to save money, you're
Yeah,
not going
you're
to
not
save
saving
money.
Releasing
money.
more.
It costs you
think,
more.
yeah,
Then you end up
yeah,
in the
more.
hospital.
Yes.
Yeah. And another thing also is here in America, I remember when I was in the Philippines, we can extract teeth left and right without x-rays.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I was so brave. We'll just have the
Now you
patient
can't
sit
do
on the
that,
chair and
yeah.
then pull. I was so brave then. Well, I'm now with everything, I'm very, very careful. Little things, x-rays, because it's so important. I don't know how much radiographs are taken in other countries in a procedure, because of course you will need radiographs to diagnose. If you have cavities, in between cavities, you'll see it in the x-rays. But if you go to a place where they don't take x-rays, they only see the surface, but they don't see the sides. So, and even infection, you don't know where the infection is already. Infection, especially in the upper, the maxillary sinus, that's very deadly. So it's important that you go to a doctor who really knows, and that doctor should be honest enough to say that, oh, this is not for you. Some patients, they will expect for an implant, but it's on the maxillary, but there's no bone there anymore. It's like air. And then they'll see on TV, well, this TV said this and that, a one tooth day thing, something like that. So sometimes it's hard to explain.
Is that true?
Yes.
You're talking about
Same day.
Yes.
same day.
Same day.
Some are,
teeth.
but I wouldn't do a same day, especially on an implant, because for implants, that implant has to bind to that bone, and like what Dr. Luan said, if it was placed in another country, it has to match. You have to know
the
what
system,
what system was used. If there's no system here, which of course I would say none is, unless it's a good one.
But in other parts of the country, it's probably like a Chinese system or some other system. Here we do like German, U.S. systems,
German and US,
or
yes.
Korean, sometimes
Yeah.
Korean system. But
Yeah, then-
at least we know we have the tools for it. You
Yeah.
need special tools. It's not just like you slap it on.
Well, talking about that one day, because before the show, I was watching that this dentist was promoting. He has everything in his clinic, and he can do the implant in one day. And like, I never thought of that, and I'm glad Dr. Ria pointed that out. That it's not a very good practice.
So in everything you do, there should be healing first. Before you can restore anything, there should be healing. Healing should take place.
Yes.
It will fail. It will fail if you don't follow. Like it takes months, unless it's really a very healthy. It's a case to case basis. But I wouldn't.
I'm glad that you have actually mentioned that, Dr. Ria, because like, wow, that's so enticing. One day you have an implant, the next day you can just go back to work. And thank you for bringing that out.
Yeah.
Another question that has I see many patients come to emergency room with dental problem, and they could not see a dentist because they don't have the insurance for dental insurance, because the dental insurance is the last thing we will get as an insurance, right? So any one of you who can answer, how can those patients who don't have an insurance can get a dental assistance?
Oh, yes, here in the Valley, there are some free dental services, just like, I don't know,
I think if Javier can show, yes, that is this the one though?
Dental of Arizona Oral Health, that's St. Vincent de Paul. And actually, I'm a active member of the St. Vincent de Paul, and we do refer patients here, when they can't afford really dentistry. So there are, I think a lot, even in Chandler, as you said, there's a free clinic, dental care.
Channel care.
In Chandler. So,
So the name is the Society of St. Vincent de Paul
And then
provides.
also, once a year, we have that Arizona Mission of
Easy
Mercy,
Mercy.
where you can get one-day denture, but it's an
Immediate.
improvised denture, but you can have it already that same day.
What's that other name? Doc?
Arizona Mission of Mercy.
Mission
And
of Mercy.
Luan and I, we do volunteer. I think you
And
did
Ria too.
volunteer.
I did
too.
some
We did, yeah.
Easy Moms was what
Yeah.
I
And
did.
they do root canals too.
Yeah.
From you know,
Everything.
you can get root canal.
And then
Except-
where?
It's
and-
always on the second weekend of December.
second
Oh, it's just
weekend
once a
of
year?
December.
Yes, once a year.
Yeah, once
And
a
it's
year.
first come first serve.
Or do you need to make an appointment?
No
ahead of
appointment.
time?
It's first come. You have to line up.
Oh, line up. Well,
Yeah.
at least that's a good
Yes.
promote.
And volunteers are good
Program.
dentists. You know, they
Yeah.
they provide. You know, the Mission
The
of Mercy. They
Arizona
provide
Dental
everything.
Mission of Mercy.
Yeah, this is the
Yeah,
one.
the-
The Arizona
so-
Mission of Mercy.
Oh, that's the
that's
Easy Mom
thousands.
that I went to?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Mom like Mother.
I know. It's Arizona Mission of
Oh,
Mercy.
that's where I went.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
once a year. Very good.
Good, good.
Actually, that's why I
Mission
met
Mercy.
Luan.
Yeah.
That's why we were in the bath.
Yes, great. I'm like, I know you through Facebook.
Yeah, she's the one. I was washing my hand and he said, Dr. Zapanta.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my tag.
Yeah.
And I took picture.
Yeah.
So now we got the three
Yes.
Really
The four of us.
dentists. Yeah. So that one you were saying is the Mission
Arizona
of
Mission of
Mercy.
Mercy. It's every year, once a year, second weekend.
And where do they do
at
that?
the at Arizona
fair-
Veterans
Arizona
Coliseum.
Veterans Coliseum.
It's where the fair is.
They
Yeah.
do
The
everything:
fairground, yeah.
dental
The fairground.
cleaning, root
Yeah.
canal, dentures,
They
filling.
did.
For the first
in
3 years,
one
I've
day
been
crowns.
volunteering the
Crowns.
restorative part, which is the fillings. You know, so and I think because of Dr. Luan, I did the last one, dentures.
The dentures, yeah.
So she told me it's really good. So I was curious
Yeah.
what it is. One day.
Yeah, it's one day.
Yeah,
But that is like that.
Yeah.
That person, I assume, has no teeth for a long time. So that's all healed up.
Yes, correct.
So so what happens is like you can only a lot of patients they get in line, and it's sad because 1 year they'll pull all the upper teeth and then they do the denture, but then they have to wait the
For
following
1 year?
Yes.
Yeah.
the following year to pull all
Yeah.
the lower teeth. and
Actually,
then
they're
do
good
the denture.
dentures. You know.
But
right?
you,
Yeah, they're very
if
good.
you don't
Yeah,
have a
very
teeth
good.
for 1 year, that's really that's
I know,
really going to help. You're really covering your mouth for the
Yes.
whole year. So, Dr. Luan, you were talking about something similar that is Chandler,
Yeah, it's
Arizona's
called
offering.
Chandler Care, and I'm actually will be volunteering out of there.
Wow.
They see kids or adults too without dental insurance.
Chandler Care.
Chandler
That's
Care.
another thing to think about. Thank you so much. That's a very important program for those who could not afford dental insurance.
And there's another one, Mission of Mercy. It's different from the Arizona Mission of Mercy.
Oh.
I did volunteer there at one time. Usually they in dental, even no insurance, no access, they collaborate with local dentists. Yeah.
That's very good.
And that's,
I don't know that
just
one.
contact the Mission of Mercy and they refer you to, if you want oral surgery, fillings or whatever. And they have dentists that volunteer, they go to the dentist's office. And I think that's one, that's also.
And you also volunteer like the Lions Club. They also they do those
Yeah, we
missions.
should go to
And both of these are
Mexico.
Lions members. Yeah.
Yes.
So is that the one? Chandler
Yeah.
Care Center?
Yes, that is Chandler Care Center.
Oh,
Yep.
thank you so much. We
Thank
are
you.
proud Chandler residents.
Yes.
The best place in the valley is to live in Chandler, Arizona. Thank you, Mayor Kevin Harkey, and all the leadership of Chandler, especially my councilwoman Christine Ellis, who, by the way, is partnering with us again for the 3rd annual First Ladies Luncheon this May 12. This is an amazing initiative of Councilwoman Christine Ellis
that what we
in
attended last
cooperation
year?
with the Women's
Is it
Federation
the
for
same thing
World
as
Peace.
last year?
Yeah, the one you attended last year. So talking about plugging our leaders and the projects. So
We should all go.
Yes, definitely. This time, Doc, you should come.
Yes,
Yes.
it's a very nice
Yeah,
event.
beautiful event. It would still be at the Chandler Center for the Arts.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
I love that place.
And this one is covered by the city of Chandler.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah. Please come.
we will.
Yeah.
I don't know the date, but yes, we will.
May 12.
May 12.
May 12.
Yeah.
May 12.
Councilwoman Christine Ellis is the one who initiated this program.
That's good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, but going back to dentistry, I
Yes.
just wanted to say that dentistry has improved so much. Like everything, the materials, everything. It's faster, unlike
Yes.
before. Like you can make crowns in office, stuff like those. Those are acceptable because the doctor is doing it has been taking care of you for a long time already.
Yes, true.
Unlike when you go to another country, you just go there just for one visit, and you want to finish everything. So you have to make how'd you call that, rapport with your patient.
Yes.
Yeah, because I think that's the best thing, that the patient will really be a good patient.
True.
The rapport should be there, and sometimes I'm kind of strict also.
Sometimes.
If they don't follow the recommendation.
Yes, I always tell them, we're not here to clean your teeth. We're not here to do this and that for you. That is your responsibility. I say that. I say that. And I'm also a happy person, but when it comes to taking care of your teeth, come on, let's be serious here. Because
It's a serious matter.
yeah, and
Teeth
that-
is a serious matter.
Yeah, it is
a
That's
serious
very
matter.
I
true.
mean, I'm not the one getting the shots. You're the one getting
Yeah.
the shots. I mean, and who complains when you get the shots? Not me,
Patient.
you.
Yeah.
And so you can stay away from those if you take care of your teeth. I mean, it's not hard.
Yes. And you mentioned a very good point, Dr. Ria, about making rapport with your patient. By the way, I wanted to promote this amazing dentists that we have here on the show, because they truly have the best rapport with their patient. The moment you enter, I actually been in Dr. Ria's office, beautiful office in Goodyear before you sold it. That one. Look, she also got Dr. Ria Flores Tamayo dentistry,
it.
huge name. In fact, it looked like a spa, just like Dr. Londau's beautiful office.
Happy person.
Yes.
Happy random person.
Javier will show also Dr. Londau's beautiful office in Chandler. We have that on our show.
Right there.
That one, there is always a reason to smile, because when you see the dentist who welcomes you with a beautiful smile, that's the beginning of rapport. And thank you for sharing that, Dr. Ria. That's Dr. Londau's dentistry building,
Mine is different.
not just office. The whole name is right there, Lowandau. And because Dr. Pam has already sold her dentist
Dental practice.
So, but there's Dr. Pam, who is always
Educating.
promoting
She's always educating.
education.
Yeah.
In fact, my daughter got her Invisalign through
I like
Dr.
the
Pam.
hat.
Yes, before she went to
There's
West.
your Arizona.
That's the
Yes.
Arizona Mission of Mercy.
Yeah, so thank you to all these amazing doctors who
We did her
come
his
join
fillings,
our show today.
the 14th.
Yes. So thank you so much, Dr. Pam, Dr. Luan, and Dr. Ria.
Thank you, Ria
In
Luz.
Thank
fact,
you, Ria.
I think Javier made your name into RHIA too,
Oh,
which
it's
Dr.
okay.
Ria's name is RIA.
It's okay.
We are too much alike now. That's why. Tukayo. So I hope you enjoyed our show and finally come to Buhay Buhay Sa Amerika, Dr. Loan, and
I love it. I feel like I'm amongst friends.
yes,
Yeah,
you're
and then-
with family.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's really nice to be friends.
Oh,
with-
by the way, so
Oh, look at
we
that.
have to
Sophie.
promote
That's the
our
daughter.
Sophia Morales,
My
Wow.
star.
Yes, she is going to be
Oh my
a star
goodness.
in our community. If
Wow.
Kai Soto has been loved by all Filipinos, this is the next
Oh,
celebrity
cute.
we will be loving. Sophia
My
Morales
kiddos.
is a basketball star.
She's my youngest. Yes.
Yes. In Seton
Keaton Catholic. Yes.
Catholic High
That's
School.
a nice school.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a very good school.
Very expensive.
I
too.
wanted Rian to go there,
But
but
too
it's
far.
far. So I was like, she's
But that's
here.
She's in
and
Brophy.
Xavier.
Yeah.
She's
So,
in Brophy, but
yeah.
I know. Yeah.
so
sure?
thank you
No.
so
No.
much.
No, Xavier.
Xavier.
Rian,
yeah,
yeah,
Xavier.
Rian.
Brophy
Yeah.
and Xavier are next to each other. That's why. But that's just I wanted to share. And Dr. Pam, any parting final words? Because we're almost closing our show.
I think it's important to regular visit your dentist, good diet, like low fat diet, low sugar.
She's talking to me.
And brush your teeth every day.
Brush, floss, every day. At least, if you can't do flossing every day, at least 3 times a week. That's what I
Yes.
tell patients. Sometimes to be realistic, they don't floss every day, but
Yes.
at least brush your teeth twice a day.
Yeah.
And most important, really, is visit your dentist regularly, twice a year at least.
Yes. Thank you to those secretaries of yours who reminds people, hey, you're due for cleaning.
Yeah.
So, Dr. Ria, any?
Let's go for
Dr.
Dr.
Londa.
Well, I did what Dr. Pam said. But more importantly, I think people really need to recognize that dental health is related to your overall health.
Well-being, yeah.
Yeah, your overall health. I mean, dental health, diabetes, cardiovascular diseases. They found proteins that infections in Alzheimer patients that's related to dental health. So it's so important. It's your oral hygiene, it's your diet, and take care of your teeth because you want to live longer. There's studies that say that an edentulous patient, someone who lost all their teeth, live 10 years less than someone who has teeth. So it's very important.
Yes, very important. Dr. Ria?
And for me, take care of your teeth. It shows your person what if you're happy, you smile because you're healthy, nothing's hurting you, and take care of your teeth because it helps you eat well. If you want to eat well and healthy, take care of it because if you have toothache there, you cannot chew that apple, you cannot chew that carrots, and it really is like what we always say: promote well-being, good health through our teeth, through our mouth. And remember, healthy mouth is not just having cavities. Healthy mouth is having healthy gums, good bone, and no pain. So
That's right.
Yes.
And brings us the confidence to smile. As when you come to Dr. Londao's office, it says, a smile is the prettiest accessory you can ever wear, which is true. Without this beautiful smile, you feel lost, or you lost confidence.
Yes.
And as we mentioned earlier, it was through our great oral health comes great wealth and great health. So that is why we chose the title, I Can't Smile Without You.
and remember, this is what I noticed.
Yes.
When you smile at somebody,
Yeah, they
that
smile.
somebody will smile back at you.
That's very true.
So
Yes.
keep smiling and with your healthy teeth and
And so keep
body.
meeting this great dentist or see your dentist. Make sure you make your appointment to see your dentist this year, early part of the year. Javier, do we have any upcoming event that we can promote? I think Father Jerome has been sending me this information to make sure that I invite our on February 19, Our Lady of the Valley Catholic Parish in Greenway Road in Phoenix. Please come and see Father Jerome as he officiates this amazing healing mass in the valley. And also, shout out to all those birthday celebrant this January. I actually have many of my family and friends who are celebrating this January their birthday. In fact, 2 of my nieces, Charles and Rain, and Kuya Raul, my brother-in-law, celebrates his birthday this week. Happy birthday, Helen Figuracion, Pilar Delori, and my childhood best friend, Herminia San Miguel. Happy birthday, and to all of you who I forget to mention, you are all wish the best birthday ever. And that's the beginning of the first episode of this idea of episode 2019 when we talk about
It was a costume party.
yes. So thank you so much everyone for joining, and we look forward to seeing you in many more episodes of Buhay Buhay Sa Amerika. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And God bless you and mabuhay!
Thank you.
Thank you.
This was Buhay Buhay Sa Amerika. Join us again next time at entremujeresradio.net. Hanggang sa muli, mabuhay!